Let's talk about the basics of dental cavity filling, which we do as a beginner when we enter our clinics. So, we will be discussing the general steps. So, the first thing will be, let's see how the caries may look. The caries may appear as a cavity or a white spot or discoloration or just a catch or maybe incipient. Initial stages of decalcification will give the chalky white look, and as it progresses it may become dark brown spot with the absorption of stain in food and saliva. As a beginner, we should know about the Black's classification, how to read an X-ray, the concept of RDT, and the steps in composite filling. Now, what is RDT? RDT is the remaining dentine thickness that exists between the lesion and the pulp. Based on it, we have a shallow, moderate, and deep cavities. It is useful in decision making for the application of base and sub-bases. Reversible pulpitis can be noticed if RDT is about 0.5 mm, and a breach will result in irreversible pulpitis. We all should be aware of the steps that are involved in a composite restoration, right from the cavity preparation up to the finishing and polishing, all the 9 steps. Cavity preparation of a composite should remove all soft and leathery defects, should be as conservative as possible. Pulpal protection should be there. Cuspal and marginal ridge preservation should be there. We can do this with a round burr or an inverted cone burr, diamond or carbide burr, anything which will help us in saving the maximum tooth structure. The next most important thing is etching. Effects of etching: it removes the smear layer, opens the tubules, and promotes the micromechanical retention. In composites, the types of etching are total etch, selective etch, and self etch. These are all, it will come to us with experience which one to use where. In total etch, enamel and dentine both are etched. The risk of post-op sensitivity is comparatively more as the dentine tubules are more open. When it comes to selective etch, only enamel is etched selectively. Dentine is not etched. So the post-op sensitivity is comparatively less in case of selective etch. Now comes the self etch. Self is actually a single step etch bond which is applied on enamel and dentine both. No separate etching and bonding is done, but selective etch of enamel give better results when combined with self etch. After the etching, we have to rinse off the etchant, isolate and place matrices. We have to dry gently, don't over dry, and apply bonding agent and do the light cure. When it comes to using the composite filling, we have to do the shade selection. We have to remember to do incremental filling in layers of 1 to 2 mm, and we have to do light curing as per the manufacturer's instruction. We can decide to use a base or sub-base as per the RDT. We should use opaque shade to mask any discoloration. A flowable composite in combination with packable is used for better adaptation. Must remember, composite is technique sensitive, moisture control is very important, post-op sensitivity issue can be there, marginal fracture be there, discoloration can be there, and so will be the loss of contacts. Coming to finishing and polishing, tungsten carbide finishing burrs are there, polishing paste and flexi disc, and various kits are available for finishing and polishing. With this knowledge, stay fearless. Have the knowledge, open your eyes, and do your work with confidence. But the bottom line is read, read, and read.